Part 5. The Decline of the Ancient Roman Empire. Invasions, civil war, and plague almost caused economic collapse for Rome in the 3rd century. However, the reforms of Diocletian and Constantine in the 4th century gave Rome a new lease on life for a while. These two emperors greatly increased the army size and civil service in an attempt to save the economy. Although these were temporarily successful reforms, these policies over the long run are unable to revive Rome. So Constantine's going to divide the empire. His biggest project was moving the capital from Rome to his new city in the east known as Byzantium. Later he's going to change the name to Constantinople. The city of Constantine is known as well. Today it's the site of modern-day Istanbul in Turkey. Byzantium was picked for its perfect strategic military position. If you look, here it is. And guys, this is at a true crossroads in the world. Black Sea to the Aegean Sea to the Mediterranean. It's in the middle. It's also in the middle of the Silk Road, the ancient Silk Road path. So this city is extremely wealthy. It's the wealthiest city of its day. So really the decline of the Roman Empire is going to start when Marcus Aurelius dies in 180 AD. This is hundreds of years before Diocletian and Constantine come to power. But we can look at this because this will be the end of the Pax Romana. Okay. Following his death, a series of civil wars and revolutions took place. For 50 years, the Roman Empire was controlled by whatever military strength was powerful enough to seize it. During this period, there were 22 emperors, many of which had violent deaths. They were assassinated usually. So the fall of Rome, fast forward, will happen. Rome is weakened. It's in a weakened state. They came under increased pressure from Germanic tribes, invading Germanic tribes. Since the time of Julius Caesar, Germanic people had been gathering along Rome's northern border and existed in a relative peace with Rome, but they're going to become more violent later on. So Attila the Hun, this is a group of Mongol nomads known as Huns. They move into Europe and Asia. They move into Europe from Asia. Attila leads an army of 100,000 and he terrorizes both East and Western Roman empires. He attacks and plunders many of the cities and pressures Germanic tribes. As you see, in an effort to save themselves from Attila, Germanic tribes flee south into Roman territory. By 410 AD, the Visigoths, a tribe of Germanic barbarians, non-Roman, had attacked and overrun Rome itself and plundered it. Rome was so weak, it continued to be attacked and overrun for years to come. Although he did not attack Rome itself, it can be said that Attila indirectly is responsible for the Germanic invasions into Rome and the fall of Rome. According to legend, the great conqueror Attila died of a nosebleed while he slept in 453 AD. Despite his death, the invasions of Rome would continue. As you see here, and guys, check this out. There's the Visigoths, there's the Vandals, that's a Germanic tribe, the Huns, the Franks. There's all these tribes, all these barbarian groups, and more. So, 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire, the Western Roman Emperor, his name was Romulus Augustus. He's 14 years old. He was deposed by the Germanic generals, or one Germanic general, and you'll get the name in a minute. This date is most commonly used to refer to as the fall of the Roman Empire, and that would be 476 AD. Many Germanic kingdoms would replace the Western Roman Empire in the years to come. Despite the fall of the Roman Empire to the west, the Eastern Roman Empire would not only survive, it thrived. It flourished for about 1,000 years. It becomes known as the Byzantine Empire. It will be the next civilization we study, and it would preserve Greek and Roman culture for right at 1,000 years. So it didn't mention the Germanic general's name, but his name was Odoacer, and Odoacer is going to conquer Rome and force Romulus Augustus to surrender. However, why did Rome fall? There's many theories. Here you go: Christianity, spiritual kingdom, weakened the army, traditional Roman values declined, lead poisoning from the water pipes and cups caused decline in population, the plague wiping out 1/10 of the population, failure to advance in technology because of slavery, and unable to put a workable political system together. Guys, also you can just look at people losing their everyday their everyday natural rights with the empire. This would also be a reason why they declined. So in conclusion, as you see, there may be an element of truth to each and every one of these things. History is an intricate web of relationships, causes, and effects. There's no single event that can sufficiently explain the fall of one of the greatest empires in history. The biggest problems may have come from the acquiring new lands and trying to maintain and control all of them. In other words, they overexpanded.